Disturbing secrets hidden inside the pyramids of Egypt. Number 1. The curse that won't die. Okay, so picture being an early 20th century explorer. You're sweaty, tired, and crawling through a dusty passageway. You crack open a sarcophagus. And, bam, a bunch of people from your expedition start mysteriously dropping dead. Congratulations, you've just invented the world's most viral conspiracy theory, the Pharaoh's curse. Now, modern science will tell you it's probably mold spores, toxic gases, or just the fact that 1920s medical care was basically, have you tried not dying? But the legend stuck because people love spooky drama. Headlines at the time painted it like the pharaohs had Wi-Fi-enabled revenge powers, sending death beams to anyone dumb enough to mess with their eternal nap. Here's the disturbing part. The curse wasn't even carved into the walls of most pyramids. That whole, death will come on swift wings, line. Yeah, that was mostly invented by newspapers to sell copies. But, and here's where it gets deliciously weird, some tombs do have ominous inscriptions warning trespassers. Add in the fact that real toxins in sealed chambers could absolutely wreck your lungs. And suddenly the curse feels a lot less like superstition and a lot more like the pharaohs setting up the world's first home security system. Ancient booby traps, but make it microbial. So whether it's myth, mold, or malicious hieroglyphs, the idea that opening the wrong chamber might doom you forever, still enough to make archaeologists pack a fresh pair of pants. Number 2, the mummy fuel theory. Okay, buckle up, because this one is disturbing even by ancient standards. For years, there's been a fringe theory floating around that pyramids weren't just tombs, they were massive power plants. No, not in the light bulbs and iPhones sense, but in the human bodies are batteries sense. Here's how it goes. Some researchers suggest that the specific placement of chambers, granite blocks, and limestone casing could have been designed to generate piezoelectric energy, basically harnessing natural vibrations from the earth itself. Creepy, right? Now add in the fact that organic material, like, say, embalmed corpses, was buried inside. And suddenly you've got fuel for the world's first biobattery. The pharaoh wasn't just being buried with treasure, he was the treasure. Mainstream Egyptologists roll their eyes at this one, but the strange precision of the pyramid's design makes it hard to completely laugh off. Even Tesla himself, the inventor, not the car, was fascinated by pyramids and studied their geometry for clues about wireless energy. So, were these ancient wonders really spiritual monuments? Or were they history's creepiest science experiments? If true, then congratulations, your eternal resting place doubles as a giant haunted generator. Sleep tight, King Khufu. Number 3, the sound of the dead. Here's a fun party fact you didn't ask for. Some pyramid chambers have acoustics so eerie. It feels like you're inside a giant haunted speaker. Seriously, stand in the king's chamber and clap your hands. The sound bounces around in a way that makes your bones vibrate like a subwoofer at a teenager's first car stereo test. Scientists call it resonance. Normal people call it, why does it sound like the pharaoh's ghost just cleared his throat? What's weirder is that the chamber dimensions seem almost too perfect. The granite blocks are aligned so precisely that low-frequency sound waves echo in ways you don't hear anywhere else. Some researchers believe this could have been intentional, maybe to create an atmosphere during rituals, maybe to freak people out, or maybe just because ancient architects had way too much time on their hands. But here's the creepy kicker. Certain frequencies generated in these rooms can actually mess with your brain. Low-frequency vibrations, known as infrasound, are linked to anxiety, dizziness, and even hallucinations. So if you walked into one of these echo chambers and suddenly thought you saw the pharaoh's ghost giving you side-eye, congrats, your nervous system just got punked by a 4.500-year-old surround sound system. Basically, the pyramids might double as ancient psychological torture devices. Either that, or they were just the world's first experimental concert halls. If so, the headliner was probably someone named DJ Tutankhamun. Number 4, the Phantom Blueprints. Here's a creepy thought. For all their grandeur, we still don't fully understand how the pyramids were built. No blueprints, no instruction manuals, no TikTok tutorials from ancient engineers. Just massive, precision-engineered structures sitting in the desert, smugly refusing to explain themselves. We've got theories, of course: ramps, levers, counterweights, armies of workers hauling blocks like ants on a sugar binge. But none of these theories fully match the evidence. The blocks are cut with such precision they'd make modern contractors cry. And some joints are so tight you can't slip a credit card between them. And remember, these guys were working with copper chisels and rope. The disturbing part is that some Egyptologists now think there might have been techniques we've completely lost, entire methods of engineering that died with the civilization. Basically, the pyramids might be giant monuments to forgotten science. And if that doesn't make the back of your neck itch, imagine trying to replicate one today. With all our tech, we'd struggle to build something as accurate. Let alone in the middle of a desert, using tools that would lose a fight against IKEA furniture. So the real secret inside the pyramids, knowledge that may have been erased forever, which is somehow scarier than aliens. At least aliens leave crop circles. Number 5. The burial that never happened. Here's something that messes with your brain, for all the talk about pyramids being royal tombs. No intact mummies have ever been found inside the Great Pyramids themselves. None. Zero. Zilch. The sarcophagi discovered inside were either empty or smashed open long ago. It's like throwing the biggest funeral in history and forgetting the guest of honor. Traditional history says grave robbers looted the bodies thousands of years ago. Fair enough, giant triangular billboards saying, "Gold inside," don't exactly scream subtle. But some scholars argue maybe the pyramids were never meant to hold bodies at all. Instead, they were symbolic monuments, gigantic resurrection machines designed to launch the pharaoh's spirit skyward. The mummy, that could have been buried somewhere else entirely, in secret. The disturbing part is that this flips the whole narrative. If the pyramids weren't really tombs, then what were they? Religious reactors, cosmic beacons, massive power displays to intimidate rivals. Either way, the empty tomb problem leaves us with an eerie sense that the pyramids might not be what we thought at all. So next time you picture a pharaoh peacefully napping in his limestone triangle, remember, he's probably not in there. He never was. Do you have any survival tips? Comment below to let everyone know.